He is Vince Young, former Texas quarterback, and won a national championship back in '05, beating USC. Heisman Trophy runner-up, and has a podcast. It's called The Stampede, the Texas Longhorns. It's a weekly show. It's Vince, former coach Mac Brown, and stories that you haven't heard before. Go to thestampedeut.com to subscribe. There he is, Vince Young, joining us on the program. Can you relate to the pressure that Arch Manning is going to face coming up this season?
Yes, a lot of it, but he's ready for it. He's ready for it. He's definitely ready for it.
Okay, what do you see in him so far? Because it's been a small sample size that leads you to believe he's ready for this.
Well, just being around him, the way he carries himself, he has that I respect you kind of attitude, character. Like, it's about my teammates. He has fun. He's goofy. He's silly. He even challenged me one day. I was throwing the ball to my son on the football field, and he was like, VY, do you still got it? I was like, what? Good one. So that type of things right there just to show me what type of person he is. And, you know, a lot of people don't understand when you have two uncles and a dad that's in your family that went through it all, and you was a kid just sitting behind the scenes, watching it and learning it, even getting small words from your uncle and dad, you know, that resonates for you as you get older as a kid. So you can see it in him, and I can feel it too when he talks and how he carries himself.
How successful were you against Eli and Peyton?
Pretty successful. I mean, me and Peyton went at it because we had to play him twice a year, and yeah, I think I'm undefeated against Eli. I got Eli a couple times.
Okay. All
yeah.
Right. But when you see Peyton, do you see Arch more like Eli or Peyton, or neither?
Neither. You know, I feel like he has the traits. I think he has that big head like his uncle.
But he doesn't run like his uncles.
He don't run like his uncle. And I feel like he has his own swag. Has his own character, especially with this generation. You can tell with this generation, these guys, you know, they have a little bit more fun with their teammates, and which is a good thing because of the fact, like, in order to win on the level that he's on at Texas, you got to have a little bit more chemistry and more character with your guys. And you can see that with the whole entire Texas team.
If you ran a 40 against Arch, who's winning?
He got me right now.
He does?
Unless he give me a week or two to warm up. And it'll take that long for me to warm up right now.
But you could run a 40 in 4.6.
I can get about it in 4.6. I can get it. Not just coming out the stands or something like that. No, I won't get it. But if they give me like a couple hours in the van, yeah, give me a hot tub and some cold tubs and stuff like that, then yeah.
What highlight comes to mind when you think of your career looking back? What's the one highlight you want fans to remember?
Oh man, my favorite is I graduated. You know,
oh, cool.
A lot of people didn't in my neighborhoods and my peers and the doubters didn't think that I was going to finish with that piece of paper. So that's one of my major highlights for my whole entire family, because I was the first to graduate, and then I set the tone for my kids as well to go and get their degree as well.
Talking to Vince Young, former Texas quarterback, won a national championship in '05, and it's called The Stampede, a podcast on the Texas Longhorns. So it's a weekly show hosted by Vince with Mac Brown, and it's called The Stampede, StampedeUT.com to subscribe. Take me in the huddle, national title game, USC, and Mac Brown sends in the play. What is the play when you run for the touchdown?
The play is menu 2, so it's something we ran just about all the time. It was one of our top plays that we ran that I felt like a lot of people couldn't stop, and we was very successful in it percentage-wise. And before we left Austin, Coach Brown and Coach Greg Davis, our offensive coordinator at the time, was, if the game was on the line, what play would you call? And me being where I am is quarterback sneak. You know, I want the ball in my hands, and, you know, coaches, this is why coaches coach and players play. They was like, why wouldn't we just call a pass play, and it gives you both options? And sure enough, it happened just how we talked about it before we left Austin.
It felt like they had a spy, but the spy wasn't fast enough to catch you.
Well, first of all, they ran that blitz a couple of times, that strong blitz a couple of times. And all our guys did was stay at home, did what they supposed to do. And then Selvin Young did what he's supposed to do. If there's nobody there, run your route. And he ran his route to the point that he got Rucker to focus on him just enough for me to take off with the ball. So, a lot of people give me a lot of credit for that play, but I give a lot of credit to my O-line and Selvin Young for everybody doing their job. And, I can find that spy guy for me.
Best player you played against?
Best player. And this in college or pros? Just period?
Oh, period.
Oh, man. There's a couple of names out there. Ed Reed. Man. AJ Hawk, that Ohio State game that was on my butt the whole time. Troy Polamalu, unbelievable player. Big Harrison, Pittsburgh Steelers D-line. Man, it's a long list.
James Harrison, is he crazy?
Yeah, he dunked me. I don't know if you probably remember that. He body slammed my butt in that game.
Did you say anything?
I was pretty pissed. I didn't say nothing to him, but I was pretty pissed at the referees for allowing it to happen.
It looked like WWE. I'm looking
exactly. So I was like, man, I need to get my weight up. I need to eat some more potatoes. He just made that look so easy.
Did you ever think about asking for the Heisman when Reggie Bush had it taken away?
No, they tried to give it to me, but, I didn't want to take it because of the fact that he won it fair and square. So, Reggie was a dynamic player and he's a great individual character guy that I appreciate even to this day when we have opportunity to come together and do things together. He's just a fun person, and he won it fair and square.
Because he won it on the field is what you're saying.
He definitely won it on the field for sure.
Yeah.
If the Heisman was probably after, then I think they would have gave it to me, but he earned it very fair and square for sure.
But you didn't have a chip on your shoulder going into the national title game?
Yeah, I was pissed off a little bit. I was definitely upset because I wanted to bring that Heisman back to Austin because, Earl Campbell and Ricky Williams won it. A lot of people don't understand that the Heisman Trophy is not just an individual accolade. It's actually a team award. So I really wanted to bring that back home to Austin and so we can have 3 Heisman trophies at the University of Texas.
Yeah, but you got the national title, and you'd rather have a national title than a Heisman.
Yeah, and we needed that because I think it was 37 years before we had a championship. So we definitely need to bring that trophy back to Austin, Texas, and the state of Texas.
Has Matthew McConaughey ever suggested to put you in a movie?
I haven't tapped him on his shoulder yet about that yet, but it's coming.
Oh, it is?
I will. It's some things that that's working underneath the radar, but for him to mentor Bijan right now, I thought that was pretty cool because Bijan wants to get into acting when he's done playing or while he's playing, and for Matthew to give him guidance on that, I should have took advantage of that a long time ago, but I'm happy that he's doing that for a lot of the young athletes out there that want to get probably involved in the movies.
You on the sidelines on Saturday?
Oh yeah, I don't too much let my Longhorn go to many places without me.
Now, has he ever asked you for advice?
I spoke to the team before. Kind of give them, things that they should work on, things that they should focus on, understanding the tradition of the University of Texas, things like that. I'd enjoy doing that, but most time I don't bother coach. I just like being around him. He's a great coach, pretty good coach. He's down to earth. I like talking to him about the USC games and talking football. He played at BYU quarterback. We kind of in the same position because we played in the same position. So it's always cool to be around Coach Stark.
And Sark was there at USC when you won the national title?
Yeah, so we had to ask him why you didn't have Reggie Bush in the game on that that play. So everybody wanted
Oh.
to know that. So that was the first question I had to ask when I first met him.
I love it.
When he came to Texas and, became the head coach of the University of Texas.
Well, have fun in Columbus. Hopefully they treat you nice. And good luck with the podcast, Vince.
Yeah, hopefully they'll treat me like you said. It's going to be really wild out there. But thanks, Dan. I'm glad to have opportunity to chat with you. It's good to see you.